Welcome everyone, Adam the Woo here. I have reached day number 10 of a journey that I am going on to eat a little healthier, consume things that are better for me, and also smaller portions in hopes of dropping not a few pounds, but more than a few pounds. And it's not something I am documenting and showing to the public every single day. But it is day 10, and it's time to do a little bit of a weigh-in after I hop on the scale and deliver the possible good or bad news to myself and to the YouTube universe. I'll head down to walk around the orange circle and check out some antique stores. I'm inviting you to join me. Shall you? Started off at 282 pounds back on July 24th. Now I do film during the morning into early afternoon, edit at night, and then upload the next morning, so the dates I have here will be a little bit off by a few hours. Well, technically almost 24 hours. But I was at 268.3 yesterday, and I skipped 2 complete days because I did a 3-day trek out to Arizona. And also, I should side note, some of the day 3 through day 6, I weighed myself in the morning. Right when I got out of the shower, all I had was shorts on. And now I'm going back to the day 1 clothing arrangement where I have pants, a belt, and t-shirts. So I'm gonna guess I might be a little higher on day 10 than day 9. But it's going to be lower than the first day. Let's do it. Also add in the fact that I'm holding my camera as well, which, maybe another close to a pound, half a pound. I don't know the details, but give it a couple tries. First, 268.1. Let's do it one more time. Stepping off. Okay, round 2. Get the best of 3. 268.1. Okay, that might be it. If that's it, I'm pretty content with that. And the third, let's see if the third matches up. There it is. Whoop. 268.1. Whoop, 267.6. I think it's because I leaned over. I'm going to go with 268.1. The balance of the 3. 268.1. Nice. Just to make it official, 282.0 minus 268.1. Total lost 13.9 pounds in 10 days. That makes me happy. The original Plaza Fountain, erected circa 1870. Now set a couple blocks away. And a new fountain has replaced it. We're gonna walk down there to the circle, and I've mentioned this before, but it's pretty fascinating. There's a plaque here that confirms that as well. The challenge I've set for myself, I have slated for 40 days, but in all honesty, it's gonna go farther than that. I will not stop eating healthy at that 40-day mark, but that's where I'm going to just, that's what I've set, the date stamp. And I have been eating very, very light. Only 1 meal a day. I do not snack. I have not drank soda. A little bit of juice, some orange juice just to get some vitamin C, but mostly water. I do have 1, maybe 2 coffees a day with a little cream, very little sugar, but the consumption of meals has declined a heck
of a lot. And the reason for that is it is easier for me. Everyone is different, but for me it is easier to just skip a meal than it is for me to eat light portions. Now, when I get down to my target weight of what I am hoping to achieve, then I will go back to, you know, snacking a little bit through the day, adding into possibly 3 very, very tiny meals, and, you know, have a cheat day here and there. But for now, what is working and what has always worked in the past when I have done this, but I'm going to kind of contort that process, you know, after I get down to what I need to. It works for me. Everyone has their different opinions and thoughts, and I have learned, you know, they always say, do not talk about religion and do not talk about politics. But there is a third that should be added into that trilogy that prompts arguments amongst friends, acquaintances, etc., etc., and that is diet plan. Everyone is very vocal about what they think works and what you should do, what I should do. And you have to respect everyone's opinion. However, everyone knows themselves better than others and what they can adhere to, what makes them feel good, what they can consume. You know, some people can't do what I do, and that is just not eat till the evening. Around 7-8 o'clock p.m. I will have a nice salad, a little fat-free ranch or some other sort of salad dressing. And the only reason I really even do that is so I'm not hungry when I go to bed, when I have kind of a full stomach of spinach, lettuce, carrots, a little bit of cottage cheese. And, you know, I nestle my head down on my pillow in the evening and go into dreamland with a full belly, but not too overly heavy, because it's not fried chicken, it's not hamburgers, it's not pizza. I am really stoked that this is working as well as it is, because as you get older, it is a lot more difficult to drop the pounds, but it seems to be working. I'm gonna carry on. I'm gonna keep carrying on. Still a heck of a long way to go. I am nowhere near completion of this task. But it's very motivating to see progress. Notice a lot of places around here have their seating outdoors because of the regulations that just went back into effect, which I kind of don't mind. I would rather eat outdoors than inside if the weather's nice. Might sound a little odd, but there are some things about all these goings on the last few months that I don't mind. It's kind of hard to explain, but some stuff doesn't even really bother me that much. Plenty of elbow room, you know, a little bit of distance is more or less, it's just kind of my vibe anyway. I've always kind of been a little bit of a loner. You know, I do enjoy hanging out with people occasionally, but I just kind of do my own thing, and not having everyone right up in your face all the time. I am not complaining about that. Yeah, I do miss giving hugs and shaking hands and high fives, and that is one negative, but there are some positives. But I just recently did that 40-day food series. I would have never thought about getting stuff to go and taking it to a park to eat, and I'm glad I did. You know, you just kind of learn different things to enjoy that are sometimes better than what you used to do. Always got to look for the positive. I love the outdoors. Looks as if the construction at Phil's is completed. Haven't heard anything about an opening date yet, but when it does, I will try it. Heard good things about this establishment, and I enjoy a good cup of coffee, which has inspired me to go get myself a cup down the way. I like this quote. We're in the same boat, and in this, okay, I misquoted it. we're in the same storm and in the same boat. Some good words here on this marquee. Never throw in the towel. Unless, well, unless you're Rocky Balboa in part 4. Classic vehicle alert. I always wanted to own one of these. I never did. And maybe I will one day, but I always like the style and the look of them. Gotta get myself a little Starbucks located here in the old Orange Daily News building. Went with the piping hot caffeinated beverage, a tiny bit of vanilla added, and a portion of cream and sugar. It is toasty. Glad they have this wrapping on it. And right out front of that Starbucks is this placard that says site of the first building here in 1871. Look at that. Beneficial thing about this item, it's a really good appetite suppressant as well. Cheers. Okay, should have let that cool down just a little bit. That is a little bit toasty. Can I just express to you how good I feel right now? I have not had any sort, like when I lay down in the evening, sometimes I will occasionally get a little bit of heartburn or some acid reflux. I haven't had any of that in well over a week. It is very wonderful to experience that, or not experience that, because it was very common recent months, maybe even more than recent months. It was just kind of the norm. To not have that is, I'm very content, and I will continue doing this. It's very easy to bark out, I'm gonna keep doing this forever. But I feel it's very motivating. I've heard it said that it takes 3 weeks, could be more than that, but 3 weeks to develop a strong habit. So 40 days is past 3 weeks. In the past, the error I made was stopping a diet. I use the word diet loosely because this is going to be more of a change of the way I'm eating throughout the course of, you know, the rest of my life. If I can keep continuing on through the course of the rest of my life. So a diet might not be the appropriate word, but it is what everyone knows. So that's the word I'm using. But I've always, you know, lost weight and then kind of started to trickle it back on because I thought, well, the diet's over, and I want to abolish those thoughts from my mind. So if I can get into the habit, the 3-week habit, and then carry on to the 40 days, and then maybe 50 days, and so on and so on and so on, who knows? In a year, I might be at my top physical condition. Well, for my age, because I'll never be what I was when I was 18. I don't think any of us will. Just about done with this, enjoying the shade, because over there it is not shaded. In case you haven't realized by now, I enjoy the shade a lot. And I'm just kind of like all by my lonesome right here under these branches of this tree. Now gonna head into the antique mall, the Orange Circle Antique Mall. 2 stories. Well, the top floor, and they have a big basement as well. So there's a lot in here, a lot of booths. Wow, I've seen antique soda bottles, but not when they're full like this. Cookie jar, it's an owl cookie jar. I'm usually pretty good about avoiding temptation, but you know, just doing some window shopping, looking around, a lot of the stuff I don't necessarily need, but it is fun to just take a gander at as you walk through the halls and the different levels and booths. But all in all, it did pretty well. Didn't purchase anything, but saw some good sights and some good items. And now I'm just noticing this Jaws 2 poster. That's pretty awesome. I just spoke with a guy up at the Circle, and he was mentioning that the fountain, which is stated to be the original fountain at the plaza, is in fact a myth. It is not true. According to him, even though the plaque is around here stating that it was for a very short time in this location, but it is now across the street. Up, really classic car alert going by. Wow, that was awesome. Supposedly it's behind the library. and not this one. This is another fountain, not the original. The original, I'm gonna walk over there and check it out. Evidently the placard was not moved, even though the fountain was. All right, this does appear to be quite more decorative than that other. Yeah, it makes sense. There's a crow up at the top there, perched up there. You gonna fly off? Oh, it's flying off. I could see this being the original fountain. A little bit more grandeur going on here with this one than that. Artistic rendering does look very similar to the one that's on this side. By 2002, Orange's historic fountain had become rusted and corroded. There was a Save the Fountain Committee, the 585 Club, so named because for $585 was the fountain's original cost, which was this one. The mystery just might have been solved. Learn something new every day. From here you can see both of them. One across the road and this one that I'm currently standing next to. And then the other one, the newest one, up at the Circle Current Eye. It's a little confusing, but I think I got it figured out. That's gonna do it for today. If you're new here, please subscribe. By doing so, it helps keep you in the loop and updating on future uploads here on this channel. Take it a step further and ring that notification bell. If you enjoyed this particular episode, give it a big thumbs up. Lets me know you care, and you guessed it right, I am in the shade. I'll see you in the next video. The vlog is